Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's lesson on writing the equation of a straight line in the general form. So by now you will have looked at the gradient and y-intercept formula for the equation of a straight line, which is y equals mx plus b. The general form is slightly different. The general form asks you to write in the terms of ax1 plus by1 plus c equals 0. Now, the good thing is, guys, you don't really need to remember that particular formula. What you need to remember is that the general form, which is that formula there, let's write that down, is basically the first form we've got there, which is our gradient and y-intercept form. And we basically want to rearrange it so that you have everything on the one side, which basically means you've got left with 0 on the right hand side. So what do I mean by that? Well, I'm just going to show you just a quick example. I might have something that looks like y equals 2x plus 1, which you can clearly see the gradient is 2 and the y-intercept is 1. So all it asks you to do, it asks you to rearrange it so that everything is on the one side. So I'm going to take the y across and put 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0. That's all it is. Okay, obviously there are a few more little pointers that we have to sort of go through, but you can see all I've done there is I've got rid of the y onto the right hand side, and so that means there was 0, nothing left on the left hand side. So I've just simply got 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0. I guess the one thing you do have to remember is that you do want to have it in the form of x plus y plus the number. But there are a few little important things to sort of look at. It's not just simply as easy as that sometimes. So first of all, we want to make everything, or we want to have a positive x. Let's say that first. We want a positive x. The second important thing is we want to have everything on one side. So we want to make the equation equal 0. So let's say move everything to one side and equal 0. And number 3, the important thing is we want all numbers should be integers. All numbers must be integers. Now, what do I mean by integers? Must be whole numbers. That's what I mean by integers. Remember, an integer is a positive or negative whole number. There, if you can go through those 3 things, it's nice and easy. So again, I'll look at a second example. So look at y equals 3x minus 4. Okay, so again, the first thing we want to make sure that x is positive. So x is positive on the right hand side, so that means we're going to take the y across. So we want to move everything to one side. So how do I get rid of the plus y? We minus y. That leaves me with 3x minus 4 minus y. We'll put the 0 there if you want. Now we want it in, all the numbers must be whole numbers, which they are. Okay, and then we want to put it in the form of x plus y plus number equals 0. So 3x minus y minus 4 equals 0. Okay, nice easy answer there. Now I've shown you some pretty easy examples. Let's look at a much more challenging one. So this will be the third one, e.g. 3. So we'll do y equals negative 2x plus 1. Okay, so general form. First of all, we want to make sure that the x is positive. Now in this case, the x is negative on the right hand side. So let's move everything to the left hand side, because then therefore it makes it positive. So how do I get rid of minus 2x? Let's plus 2x. We've got the plus y. How to get rid of the plus 1? Well, we minus 1. We put everything to the left hand side, and now equals 0. And the good thing is they're all whole numbers, so that's the end of my question, and I'm done. Okay, it's as easy as that. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. It's going to be a bit more challenging now. We're going to have y equals, let's do a half x plus 7. Now, the first thing I'm going to look at here, I guess, is that I can straight away see that I don't have all whole numbers. They're not all integers. Okay, we've got 1 over 2, which is a fraction. So we want to make that a whole number. So how can I get rid of a half? Hopefully you said the way to get rid of divide by 2 is times everything by 2, or simply just doubling it. If I do that, if I double everything, we should get this. Okay, which is exactly the same thing as the top part, but it's just all positive and negative whole numbers, or integers. So first thing, I'm going to tick off, it's a whole number. Yep, or integers. Second thing, we want to make sure, as we spoke about before, we want a positive x value. So where's x positive? It's on the right hand side. So we're going to move everything now to the right hand side, move to one side. Okay, so get rid of plus y is minus 2y, and now I'm left with x minus 2y plus 14 equals 0. How good is that? Okay, so you can see it's nice and easy. Sometimes people like to do the times by 2 at the end of it, so you may have done a half x minus y, oops, it's not really y there, is it? Minus y plus 7 equals 0, and then you may have doubled everything and said like that, which is pretty cool. Okay, either way will work. So they basically, how you put it from the gradient y-intercept form to the general form. However, some questions you are asked to reverse it. So this is EG5. So EG5, we're going to give it to in the form of 2x plus 3y minus 5 equals 0. So I'll give it to you in the form of general form. And they might say, what is the gradient, what is the y-intercept? Well, we can't just believe that the 2 is the gradient, because it might not be. It's not in the form of y equals mx plus b. That's the gradient in the y-intercept form. So now that we know how to go from that form to the general form, let's try to reverse it. So we want it as y equals. So we know where to get rid of the 2x, because I've got the positive 3y there. And I need to get rid of the plus, so the minus 5. So how do I get rid of those two things? Well, opposite of plus 2x is minus 2x. Opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. Let's rewrite it. 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. Now that would be fine. That would be my answer, except it's not in the form of y equals. It's in the form of 3y equals. So how can I get rid of the times 3? Well, we need to divide everything by 3. Okay, so we're left with y equals negative 2 over 3x plus 5 over 3. That is now my answer. So if I wanted to find out what the gradient was going to be, I can simply say the gradient equals negative 2/3. If I want to find the y-intercept, we've now got 5/3. It's as easy as that. Which might be not all that easy, but you can get my drift. I'm just going to do one more. We'll do 2y plus x minus 3 equals 0. So what's the gradient and what's the y-intercept? Okay, well, y is equal to, again, minus x plus 3, that's 2y. I now want to find out what 1y is going to equal to, so it's simply negative a half x plus 3 over 2. So I need to divide everything by 2, and we now get m is equal to negative 1 over 2, and now b is equal to 3 over 2, or 1.5. Hope this was useful. Hope it made sense. Remember, the gradient y-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and the general form is in the form of ax1 plus by1 plus c equals 0. Have a fantastic, fantastic day.